Hey everyone, welcome to the fourth episode of the Bridge the Gap DFS YouTube channel. Today we'll be going over the DraftKings Lobby. For you new players who just signed up for DraftKings, you saw the commercials, you want to win $1 million week one NFL, this is how you get started. I would definitely not encourage you to try to do that, but nonetheless, this is where you would want to begin your journey. The lobby looks pretty overwhelming, so we'll go through it slowly. For all of you experienced players that just want to see how we're doing in the Bankroll Challenge, feel free to skip to the end of this video. So here at the home page, we'll see at the top, this is the various options available. The promos that DraftKings are running, this is something that you want to get familiar with as you get more comfortable playing on the site. Missions are unique challenges that DraftKings allows you to earn crowns, which are basically player rewards. So, playing a $5 contest, get 100 crowns. It doesn't do a ton, in a short time, but over like the course of the month, it's worth playing into. These are going to be your leagues. If you are in any leagues with any friends, I'm not in any leagues because every time a new contest is added, you get a bunch of emails and notifications, and that's kind of, I don't get enough emails. I don't like the spam. These are all the contests that you're currently playing in throughout the day. These would be your lineups where you would edit your lineups, and we'll go into how do you mass edit your lineups as we get closer to the NFL season, and then we'll hop back over here to the lobby so we can make sense of what all this clutter looks like. When I first signed up for DraftKings, I do a lot of my stuff on the mobile app, and I just remember the first time I was in the lobby on my mobile app, I didn't know what any of this stuff was. I just kind of entered everything that was a quarter because I was really intimidated of losing all my money to all the quote-unquote sharks that you hear about. So we'll just go through and take a look at what all this stuff is. So there's free contests if you want to play free contests to get your feet wet. Sometimes there'll be free contests with actual prizes, so those don't hurt to enter. But yeah, if you're a new player and you're like, hey, I don't want to waste all my money, hop in one of these free contests, get a feel for the scoring structure, lineup construction. You're in no hurry. Again, we want to take a marathon versus sprint approach. The first link here, these are the featured contests. You'll notice that all of these are going to be guaranteed contests. Basically what that means is DraftKings is going to pay out these contests whether or not they fill. It's highlighted by this little G icon, and this is also what's known as a guaranteed prize pool, a GPP. So in DFS, the buzzwords are a cash game player or a GPP player. Cash games, we'll get into that in a second. We talked about how I'm 100% a GPP player. Basically what that means, GPP stands for guaranteed prize pool, and that's another way of saying tournament. So these are tournaments that run on DraftKings. Here in the tournaments, you can find other contests to enter. They have like 3-player contests where it's you against 2 other people. So if you're starting to feel a little bit more comfortable, but you don't want to jump into a full tournament with a couple thousand people, and you want to see what it's like to go up against 1 or 2 other people, you can start here in the 3 players. They also have 20 players. So start wherever you're most comfortable and get a feel for, do I get this? Is this something I even want to do? I would highly encourage you jumping into some of these before going all in and blowing your bankroll on something that you're in over your head on. The head-to-head contests are the first leg of what's considered cash games. So cash games, the best way to think of cash games is like a shamrock or the Holy Trinity, if you will. Gets to the Holy Trinity of DFS. You have your head-to-heads, your 50-50s, your double-ups, and then some people also consider multipliers part of the cash game. So that would actually be a 4-leaf clover, which I don't even know if those exist. But anyway, so the head-to-heads are you versus one other person. DraftKings takes 20%. So basically, all of these people have posted head-to-heads, and these are what would consider experienced players. You'll notice here these little icons next to the player names. They are experienced players. That's their experience badge. So if you're not comfortable with, hey, you know what, I don't want all my money getting scooped up by these guys, you can create your own head-to-head. And we'll just go through it. We want to do NFL head-to-head for Thursday's preseason slate, and we're going to put it out to other people. And this is where you can really help yourself out by not getting all your money swooped up by one person. So let's say we wanted to post 10 $1 cash games, $10 total. This is what really important. You want to click this. So limit the number of times one person can play against me. So instead of having one shark take all 10 of your dollars, we'll limit it to just one per person so that you can spread out some of the volatility of, hey, well, if one person takes it and they have a great lineup, even if you have a good lineup, you're still going to lose. Where if you have a good lineup, maybe one or two people have a great lineup, a couple others have a good lineup, but 5 to 6 people don't have good lineups, well, then you're going to make money. I'm not a cash game player, but if that's what you wanted to do, if you like that, if you don't like doing a bunch of lineups and you just want to work on one perfect lineup every week, this is where you can make some good money. I'm just not very patient when it comes to cash games. But again, you got to find what works for you. Don't listen to me. Vet everything through your own filter. 50-50s are very similar to cash games. The main difference is a 50-50 is half of the prize pool gets paid, and a double up, you double your money. So it's a little confusing. So we'll just go into an example. We'll go to this double up here. So the first thing that you'll see right here that I'm going to highlight is the entries. So basically there's 11,400 people, but only 5,000 double their money. So that means that the last 1,400 are paying the rake essentially. So you'd want to really decide what's best for you. Hey, do I want to double my money, or do I want to pay the rake or not pay the rake, but actually finish in the top half of a contest? You're still paying the rake either way. Don't listen to that. I don't know what I'm talking about. So thanks for stopping by. But here on a 50-50, we'll just click on this one. Obviously, this is way bigger than any we'd play. 100 people play. The top 50 win $1,000. So you're paying the rate because you're not doubling your money. It's close, but you're not doubling your money. So we'll just shrink this real quick. Can't go that small. Okay, so we'll just go back to the lobby. So those are the two parts of cash games. The third part or fourth part, depending on how you want to look at it, these are going to be your triple ups. Pretty self-explanatory. 31 people in, top third, triple their money. On a quintuple up is 5x, and that's where you're starting to get a little bit, those are a little bit harder to win. It's 5x your money. But the contests that I really like are the micro boosters. These are really sweet. For a quarter, you can hop into these. You can enter up to 7 times. And if you finish in the top 5 out of 200 people, you're getting 40x your money. So cash games, if you win one, you lose one. It's going to be really hard to stay patient to grow your bankroll. But you pop one of these and your bankroll is going to grow a lot faster. Again, don't listen to what I say. Do what you like, what you prefer best. And at that point, you can decide, hey, what am I comfortable with? What type of contest do I like? What type of player am I? There's a lot of great people out there giving advice and insight to cash games. I'll just show you what they are, but I don't play in them. And I'll show you why when the NFL season starts, I'll do a side-by-side comparison of my return on investment, my ROI of cash games versus tournaments. Satellites are awesome. I love satellites. DraftKings, they're commercial right now. They're running for the Millionaire Maker. It's a $20 entry, $5 million guaranteed, $1 million to first. So everybody wants to win that. Of course, that's why I signed up for DraftKings. $1 million. When I first started playing on the site 5 or 6 years ago, I played in the Millionaire Maker. Obviously, I haven't won it, because if I had, I probably wouldn't be doing these videos. but maybe if I win, I'll still do the videos. Anyway, so this is what it looks like for a satellite. A satellite is basically, instead of winning cash, you win a ticket into a larger contest. For people that have played poker, that's going to be familiar. That's how Chris Moneymaker actually won the World Series of Poker. I think he played on a Poker Stars. I think it was like a $40 satellite that won him entry into the $10,000 buy-in for the World Series of Poker. And then he won the World Series of Poker. I can't remember how much he won, $5 million or whatever. But these contests are awesome if you do want to play in the Millionaire Maker without investing $20 a ticket in a large prize pool. That's only 25 cents to enter. You can enter up to 5 times. And then if you can finish top 2 in the tournament, you can win a $20 ticket. So if you were putting in a quarter and you win a $20 ticket, that's 80 times return on your quarter investment. So I love doing those, and I'm going to play in the Millionaire Maker tournaments off of my satellites, not in my own cash. So that's how the satellites work. The other thing that DraftKings does is qualifiers. And basically that would be, hey, I want to go on the trips, the Twitter life, screenshot life that you see all the touts and the pros. This is the stuff that they're playing in, $150 to enter. You got to be number 1 out of 500, and you get all of this stuff: a trip, entrance into a larger tournament. Looks like it's going to be in South Florida this year. So, and look, you'll see all these guys in here. They all have experience badges. Most of them do. Some of the people we saw on that list in our first video of top pros: Wakey Wakey, Sean John, Jeff El Jefe is a pro, Rad Thad is a Guru Elite guy. So tread lightly in those. If you have a bunch of cash and you can afford to play in those, go for it, but that is not a good way to build your bankroll. Those are more so for like the entertainment. So now that you've seen everything, I'll just walk you through how I would go about signing up for a contest. So we'll just hop into this preseason slate. I clicked on this icon right here. So these are all the contests that are running this Thursday. I always filter by the entry fee. And we'll go ahead and enter the contest. And again, I didn't know how to do this when I first signed up, and I was doing everything through the mobile app. So I'd create one lineup, and then on like a 20 max entry contest, I would hit the re-enter button, just click, 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 click. It'll take me like hours on end. I didn't even know you could do this until like 3 years in. So I'm an idiot, and that's why you guys are going to learn from my mistakes. So I just do a dummy lineup. Doesn't matter as long as you guys can fix it before you get into the contest. Then it takes you to the bulk enter page, which is awesome. And we'll just hop in everything that's a quarter. So I usually copy 20, and there's 20, 20. I want to play in this, I want to play in this. The mini-max, I want to play in that. And then, yeah, so that's everything that's a quarter for this Thursday. And look, $85 for $85, I get almost 200 entries. So if you want practice at, all of the big tourneys where you can win $100,000, $50,000 a contest are going to be 150 max entry. And I'd highly encourage you to practice at the quarter level. Whether or not a contest allows you to put in 150 entries, you could just do 7.5 quarter arcades. 150 entries at 25 cents is $37.50. It's not going to break you, and it's going to be able to give you a ton of experience in terms of getting those reps, getting better, and being able to, hey, kind of like this. I'm not just losing my money all of the time. I know I have a better feel of what this is. And then like for someone like me, I want to play in those big contests every day, and I don't want to get into the $5 150 max entry tournament, throw in $750 and be like panicking. What do I do now? What do I do now? It's like, okay, I played in this at the dollar level. I played in this at $3 or the $4 level. It's just a little bit higher stakes. I've got my bearings about myself. So that's pretty much a crash course on the DraftKings Lobby, where to go, how to sign up for different contests, and what the difference is in that contest. So we'll transition to our Bankroll challenge, and our first day was awesome. We were up almost $100, up almost 150, including satellites. And the last couple of days have taken a turn. The first video, I told you guys, do not play in the $1 150 mini max until you're ready, and this is why. I think I got 40th place in this contest, and I would profit $23. Saturday was a disaster. I didn't play on Sunday, and then yesterday was a decent day. This is what a decent day in the mini max looks like. You still lose a third of your entries. So this one definitely takes a lot of patience. And if you go to our main results and you take out the mini max, we're basically down $1. So that's why I'm trying to show you guys, start at the quarters, get your reps, get comfortable. When you have success at the quarters, step up to the mini max. I'll continue to do the mini max to show you guys how it looks side by side, because again, I want full transparency so you guys can see what a day in the life of a low stakes grinder looks like, so you can stay encouraged if you start hitting some of the speed bumps and obstacles that I face on a day-to-day basis. So our first day, we had a lot of success, and it's gone downhill since. We're still up about $50. We're starting to get a bigger sample size of our slates, the different number of games. But again, if level 1 is $250, we're still a fifth of the way there. So winning a lot of the times doesn't feel like winning because you lose so often. My winning percentage is just under 40%. So we have a sample size of just over 10 slates. We have 13 slates, and I've won 5 times and lost 8. That's pretty standard. Got an ROI of about 34%. Again, pretty standard. Nothing to write home about in the micro boosters. That eventually pop. The one baseball day that I had was an okay day, the good day. This will look vastly different after a great day. Showdowns, nothing doing here. These will pop. Winner take all. Again, on a good day, everything works, everything pops, and it's awesome. But we haven't experienced that yet. We will, but you just got to be patient. But one thing I did want to show you guys is look at this here in the satellites. Just love satellites. This is $136.50 of ticket equity of future contests. I'll give you guys a peek into what it looks like for me in terms of contest. Let's slow this down. So this is my homepage. That's me. That's my basketball spirit animal, Kevin Durant. There's my email if you guys want to email me. Here's my crowns. If I wanted to buy satellite tickets, I'll show you guys how to do that in a future video. But here's a big thing that I want to show you guys are my satellite tickets. So I have 79 tickets in the Thursday night $1 million contest, 42 in the $20 Millionaire Maker contest. These I have to use opening night because they expire on 9/7. Anytime a satellite has an actual date in the title of a ticket, you have to use it for that event. So we'll just show you. So like this ticket name, it has a date in the name, so you have to use it for that contest. But on a ticket like this, you'll notice it expires end of this football season. 2018 $20 Millionaire Maker ticket, no date. So my plan is to save these up until I have 150, and then I'll max enter the Millionaire Maker with $3,000 of ticket equity that I've won from contests, the quarter $1, $2, $3 satellites into that contest. So go back to our results page. We're down $150 of cash, again, mainly because of the Minimax, which is a very challenging contest, but our satellites have offset our total loss with about $15, $16, $18 of loss from cash to equity. You take this out, we're basically breaking even, but we have $136.50 of ticket equity. So that's why you guys want to diversify. Again, we'll continue to build up our sample size, and we'll continue to just grow this thing, and I'll show you how I got started. I'm at about level 4 right now, but I'm showing you guys, if you wanted to do this at the lower levels, how to go about doing it, what it looks like, and I'll be transparent with my results at those levels so you guys can see, hey, if I wanted to start at the lowest of the lowest levels, what does that look like, and how do we go from there? So thanks again, guys, for watching the video. Feel free to give me a shout on Twitter at swimjg if you want to send me an email at alldayjg@yahoo.com. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.